This is Jonah.
Hey, Jonah, it's KC from 96.3 The Blaze in Missoula. How you doing?
Hey, doing good, KC. How are you?
Great. I was hoping to chat with you a little bit about the article in the Outside magazine.
Totally.
Yeah, and you want to explain exactly your title. You're the editor of it, right?
I edited the package. My title at the magazine is Articles Editor.
Okay, all right. The first big question is, how do you narrow down the different towns and everything in the article?
Yeah. So, I mean, we've been doing this package for a while, but this year what we decided to do was actually turn it over to, like, 4 experts. So we had one person who was really familiar with, like, bike infrastructure and mountain biking, and one person who knew, like, beer and food, another person who knew, like, sort of, like, social justice issues and you know how inclusive communities were, and then another who was really familiar with like the way communities and parks parks and communities can really help a city or a town. So basically we asked all of them to give us like a list of, I think it was like 40 towns, something like that, maybe 30. And then we looked for places where they overlapped, and the towns that did overlap or had 2 or more nominations sort of made it onto like our final list. And we did some research and stuff to make sure we didn't have like any real stinkers on there. But Missoula is one, that just we're all familiar with Missoula and how great it is. So that once that was recommended, that was sort of a no-brainer to make it into the package.
Yeah, I believe Billings was in the running last year, correct?
That's right. Yeah. Last year we were still doing like people were voting on it. We were letting our readers pick. So definitely some proud Montanans, weighing in on that one.
Yeah, and like you said, it comes down to outdoor activities. That's one category, right? Outdoor activities, food, nightlife, and what was the other category?
Well, and then just sort of, how inclusive a town is, how easy it is to get out and do things. And, we're also trying to look for towns where you could actually live, where you're going to be able to pick up, move there, and both find some work and find, a real sense of community and feel like you belong in a place. And I think that's one of Missoula's great strengths, that there are jobs, it helps to have the U there, and sort of some growing like biotech industries and things like that. But it's also, and I'm biased because I come up and visit Missoula every year, but it's the sort of place where you walk around, you see people, they say hi to you, people are friendly. It's just a place you want to be.
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what are the other towns that made the list as far as in the running?
Yeah. So let me pull out. I know like Minneapolis and St. Paul were on the list. Mm-hmm. Asheville, North Carolina was one. Seattle, Washington. Let's see, Santa Fe, New Mexico, which is where we're based. So there's some hometown bias there. But then there were a few surprises, like Dayton, Ohio made the list.
Oh, wow.
They've been doing some really cool things with their trails and both on land and in the rivers that are around there.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids, Michigan was on there. Spearfish, South Dakota was sort of a surprise.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool town. It's pretty hip.
Yeah, exactly, and some really cool like races that are popping up there that are getting really popular. Yeah. In the biking world.
So we don't get a special trophy
towns.
or anything? I don't get a special...
God, we should do a trophy, that'd be great. But no, just a mention in the magazine is all you guys get for it. Which hopefully brings some people to town.
Yeah, and this issue of Outside magazine is in stores now?
It is, yeah. It's on newsstands now. It says best towns right on the cover, and there's a ton of great towns in there to read about, and a ton of good other stories as well.
Awesome. All right, buddy. Well, I thank you so much, Jonah, for taking the time to talk with us, and we'll definitely go out and get a copy of Outside magazine.
Totally. Thanks for having me, Casey. Have a good one.
All right, brother.